Hey, welcome to and welcome back to my channel, IndieAuthor Jill. Um, y'all need to be tagging Netflix or somebody in my videos and get them to watch my videos because uh, I have plenty of books that I've read that should be made into a movie, like this one. Make this one into a movie now. Nope, scratch that. Make it into a movie last week, please. Thank you. Discipline by Marc Avery. Discipline is one of the main characters, and um, his name is um, Giuseppe. Um, I'm okay with calling him Discipline because that's a lot cooler of a name. Um, but he had quite a rough life. So he finds his parents when he's 12. He finds his parents dead from drug overdoses. Calls 911. They take him to foster care. He has a rough time in foster care until somebody adopts him that is actually a decent human being. And for the most part, he has an okay life. He um his foster mom dies due to medical malpractice, or his adoptive mom dies from medical malpractice. And of course, he's upset by that. And he goes on to try and live a life that he feels she would be proud of. And eventually um, gets tied up with this um, dirty cop, Joseph Armstrong. And so Joseph, when he's not doing his job, he's um, selling drugs, and Discipline is his bodyguard, and he basically sets Discipline up, and Discipline ends up doing jail time for a crime that Joseph also committed but got away with. So he makes a revenge list, and that's what this book is about. There's these two cops, Aiden Bravo and Christian Bennett, and these two are not your model citizen cops. They have their vices, they have their flaws. Aiden's marriage fell apart. He's divorced. Uh, Christian has issues, different addictions that he's struggling with. And at first, the two do not like each other. So um, there's a lot going on. You got Discipline, who is out to get revenge on different people for different reasons. And then you've got these two cops who are newly partnered together and they don't like each other, and they find a way to come together and respect each other. And so I'm sitting here reading this book, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're working with. You're going to get me to uh, sympathize and take the side of the bad guy. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with questioning my principles and saying, yeah, totally go get your revenge. And some of these people that I would absolutely just like, there is a couple, one of his foster parents, that were so absolutely awful. They are the worst form of human scum imaginable. And I was a little bit upset with the cop Christian, who has dealt with his own issues, own abuse in the past, the same kind of abuse these people um, subjected Discipline to. And he's like, hey, I'm going to warn these. No, don't warn them, leave them to their fate, and just go, but yeah, I totally warned them. I'm sure I did. Um, Not that it really does any good. Um, but still, I mean, the task would have been easier if you just left it alone. Um, but yeah, so I was just like, yeah, I'm totally fine with rooting for the bad guy here. I mean, he's killing people, so obviously a bad guy. Don't kill people, but maybe some of them deserved it, in my opinion. And I would have done it too. Just saying. Um, but then he turns around and you get to know Aiden Bravo, and you're like, okay, no, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be on Discipline's side, but I'm also supposed to be on Aiden Bravo's side, and it's like, I'm okay with Aiden catching him, but can you let him finish first? Maybe? And it's like, okay, we'll root for the bad guy, we'll root for the one good cop. Oh, okay, yeah, Christian, the other cop is having a redemption arc right here in the book. Yeah, I guess we can root for him too. And honestly, the only people you're not rooting for is Discipline's victims. You you want the cops to win, but you also want Discipline to win, but you also kind of want his his besties to also kind of like not get tangled up in it. So it's a lot. It's a very complex emotional thing, and I loved every minute of it, and I was so annoyed. I usually love being busy. Okay. I enjoy being busy. I enjoy having things to do. It's a what's next, situation. And it's like, okay, I got this done. Great. What's next? I don't like being idle or taking time off except for around Christmas time. That's when you're supposed to just chill. That's one of the reasons why I do all of my Christmas shopping early. Most of my Christmas presents are already taken care of already. Um, don't be jealous, just get on track. Let's go. But as far as that, and if you have any buddy on your list, on your Christmas list that likes reading thrillers, be a good Christmas gift. I would love to have gotten this in my stocking. But the problem with being busy right now is this I could have torn through in a day just because I kept wanting to read it. And there's so many times I'm like, okay, just another chapter. And before I know it, oh, look, it's another chapter. I'm just going to finish that chapter. It'll be fine. I'll just finish this chapter. I got to find out what's next. Okay. I can't just I can't do. Okay. Just one more chapter. This chapter is it. No. Just one more chapter. Just one more chapter. And like I did most of my reading at night, and but because that's the only time I really had time because it was constant busy. But I would read basically until my eyes would not stay awake and I couldn't focus on the page because I kept trying to get through it, and I would get through like 3 or 4 chapters, and then I'd have to pass out, and then I'd get up and think, okay, if I got up a little bit early, I could read a little bit more. But then that didn't happen, and then I would try and take it to work with me so I could do it for breaks, but then our breaks got uh kind of cattywampus because inventory. So it was basically we had like, instead of one 15-minute break, we ended up having like 3 5-minute intervals, and that's just not enough time for me to get through, So it ended up not working that way. And then with traveling and everything, it was so annoying because all I wanted to do was get back to this book, and it's like one thing after another. And I was like, would you guys all just shut up for like an hour? Give me an hour, you know? Um, but yeah, I enjoyed the crap out of this book. There was always something going on, like the whole thing with Carlos. I'm sitting there and it's like, what did Carlos do? Like, I feel like I I I, I just feel like first of all, I'm torn on this because I'm like, you could have just left him, really. But then, I mean, you could have figured it out, I'm sure. But like, you could have just and some of the mistakes that he was making, I'm sitting there, it's like, dude, you're being so stupid. Why don't you just like leave the body in the abandoned house? Nobody's looking here. But like obviously he wanted them to know that he was sending messages. Um and I'm just like, I appreciate that you're sending messages, but like, could you not? But I don't know. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Like there were times I was annoyed with Discipline, but then there are times then he'll say or do something, and it just makes me laugh. And I'm just like, I I hope so much that this is a series. Um, like it does end on a satisfying cliffhanger. Like it leaves you on a what's next, but not such a serious one that you want to throw the book across the room and be like, why don't I have the next book yet? Like I am perfectly happy with the way this ended. I am uh definitely want the next book. Mark, get on it. Stop eating tacos just long enough to finish the next book, then you can go back to your tacos. Okay? I'll make you tacos myself. You just tell me whatever recipe you want. You just give me the recipe. I will make you tacos myself, but write the next book. Um, but and then that if he gets that done before December, that's going on my December list. Like I said, I don't really do a whole lot of videos. I've been recording some of the Christmas books uh ahead of time so that I can just have the videos out on in December, and I can take the entire December off and just read, just because I want to read the books, and I may or may not do videos on them. I already know one book that I'm definitely going to read in December, and if Marc Avery comes out with a second book for this series, if this is a series, then I will probably be reading that one as well. Now, all of that being said, uh, definitely go get the book. Description's going to be in the link is going to be in the description below. Um, like I said, buy yourself a copy and then buy 5 more for Christmas gifts. Mark needs his tacos because he needs the fuel to write the next book. So let's keep him in tacos so he writes the next book, okay? Um, this I put for my reading challenge, or my readathon, and the letter D is what else the other one I put it on, because I couldn't really find anything else that I do have mystery um on here yet, but I've got something else in mind for mystery, so I decided to just give them D, because I haven't really done a lot of my letters yet, so the letters need to be getting done. The next like I said, this is book 8 of a 21 book connected readathon, and the next book needs to be the same narrative as the last book, and I'm not exactly sure. I know I'm pretty sure that that was explained what they meant by narrative, but I decided to interpret it as it was told in the third person, and so Thane is also told in the third person. So that's the next book I'm reading. This is where I have to stop with the pre-planning and planning things in advance. I can't go beyond this, because the next one is something a character from the previous book would read on the beach. And I don't know these characters yet, so I don't know what they would read on the beach. Um, one of them probably likes romantasy. One of them probably likes mysteries and murder mysteries. Um, I'm sure one of them might enjoy long nonfiction. I mean, there's 7 of them. Odds are one's a nerd, right? Maybe instead of nonfiction, maybe he likes graphic novels. I don't know. Or she. Girls can be nerds too. Those are awesome. Um, there's looks like a solar flare, so maybe one of them is an astronaut. Maybe one of them likes sci-fi. Um, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. Um, I know that there's 7 people um that are stuck inside of a facility, and Yeah, okay. They wake up, six tasks, seven strangers, 8 billion lives at stake. They wake up in a sealed compound with no memory of how they got there. A computer voice informs them they need to complete tasks to leave. Failing the task or breaking the rules results in a strike. The first strike, the first two strikes induce extreme pain. The third strike is death. They all struggle to survive without turning on each other, they have no idea that their actions and decisions could doom humanity or save it. And there is a full cast audio book available too, which I may check out. Because I love full cast audiobooks. Um, so this is going to be my next book, and then we'll decide after I'm done reading this one which one will qualify for the something a character would read on the beach. Um, and that's where we're at with that. Um, I wish I could go into more detail about discipline, um, because it was such a good book, but there's just so much I can't, like, I can almost tell you nothing about it more than what I've already told you, just because there's so many things. Like I said, there was a couple of them that it was like, like when he was wanting to kill somebody, like he had a kill list, and I was like, okay, I understand you wanting to kill this person and this person. I understand why you want to kill these two people and this person, but can you explain these two? Because like, what did they do to you? Like the one, I was like totally thrown when he said he wanted to kill him, and I was like, why? What did he do? And then you find out, and it's like, well, you find out why, and like my theory as to why was completely wrong, because I was sitting there like, um I was like, oh, well, maybe it's because he doesn't trust anybody and he needs to, like, anybody he associates with will die as it. And and some of the people he leaves alive don't make sense to me either. Like, why are you leaving a witness, man? Anyway, um, yeah, I just can't tell you any more about it because then I'm giving away spoilers. But trust me, it's good. Go get it. Buy like five or six copies, one for yourself and one for Christmas gifts. Or if you've got six people that you can give it as a gift, buy seven. That way you have, like, make sure you have a copy, and then anybody who likes thrillers and murder mysteries, um, get them a copy. They'll love it. All right, that's all I've got for you guys today. Uh, yeah, go buy the book, buy multiple copies, keep Mark in tacos, and so that he has enough energy to write the next book. Bye.